we should be live. Not sure how much of a delay there is, so let me know. Let me know when you can see the image if there's anyone watching. Hopefully there's someone. I'm not sure what the tilt should be. Should we tilt you a bit forwards? Okay, we are live. Very good. Very good. I don't know if I should spam some WhatsApp groups as well. Let's do some spamming. Let's try one more group. I also need to put up some more clothes, because I know it will be a bit windy on the ice. Okay, I also have a spare. What are these called, by the way? My vocabulary is immediately failing me. So yeah, it has rained a bit. So we'll see how wet it is. We can already see that there's plenty of water on the ice. So Elina has her, whatever these are called, still on the other yard. I'm curious, where do I put this? So I don't want to flail it in front of the camera, so I might not need to wear it, but I would like to have it with me. Maybe I'll just, will it stay there? Already struggling. Oh dear.
Indeed.
Yeah, we'll soon see the state of the ice. So you guys can see too what we'll be dealing with.
We only know it is not good.
Yeah, we already know we are too late for this, because I was thinking that we could have start a yearly tradition of going on the ice every year, but we should probably do it before the end of March, going forwards. But yeah, it's also, I'm not sure if you can see, maybe with Elina you can see we're wearing like rubber boots, because we know it's wet, but these things have like zero friction, so on the ice you're really slippery with this, so we might even see Elina fall down there. Yeah. So it's a good thing we'll be using these. I wonder how loud these are on the stream. It's bloody slippery. I think I also need to twist the chat phone slightly if I can. Not sure if I can, it's quite tight. Because it's... Okay, maybe it's better now. I think it is, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so Elina needs to hook that thing in, we can go help her. So there's a backpack with our goodies in. Should we circle around the handles here? Or will we just hold it like that? I was thinking if you go through here like...
These handles?
Yeah.
I see. I don't know.
Where is this going? Because it doesn't really matter how we tied it, as long as it just, doesn't fall off at any point. Can it actually tighten on this? Or... No. Oh dear. Oh, there's like a small line. Or a thinner wood there underneath, I guess. If it falls, we'll need to do some better strappings, but we'll see. Maybe it'll stay with us. That's all of our lunch or packed goods in that backpack, so we don't want to lose it. But yeah, I can go first for the first part. Now we have to carry these. We don't want to go on the gravel with these, so we just lift this thing up. I'm still curious if the ankle is good, if we need to tilt you guys a bit, or if it's okay. I will tilt you guys a bit forwards. Oh, I'm not sure if it's needed. Do you want to go first?
Sure, but I'm not.
She wanted to go first and now she's just in my way. You need to go a bit to the left if I'm not gonna come. I don't wanna run into her. So I guess we can just go then. So this is the winter sports. And I can already feel my eyes water with the wind in my eye. So you can see already there's water on the ice. That's not bad, but going forwards we might run into some issues. So I don't know how far we can go on the ice. Oh, Citronella is in the chat. City living, yeah, city living doesn't really allow for this. So this is only for the countryside. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a name for these in English. But there's a, Elina, can you see there's a spotlight between the water? Yeah, we could try and cross it from there.
Okay.
So it is a bit mushy, yeah. But it's not as bad as was like worried about. It might be like worse. But we'll see now that Elina goes on to that watery spot if it's really watery or not. So if there's actually ice here or not. No, just kidding. There's of course an ice, but the amount of water underneath is what worries me. Also like mainly what's over the ice. And I'm also curious how much the wind picks up on the microphone. Kick sled. Okay, so yeah, that's a literal translation. It's not as windy as I was worried it might be. It's not too windy. Yeah, it is. It's rough, but it's even worse when you have to like just walk on it. So it does make it a bit easier with these, but only a bit. But yeah, we are in no rush, so we can take as many standing breaks as we need. I would at least prefer to not be like extremely windy, as you know, trying to talk when you're. Citronella called me out for making you go first. But you know, they say the ladies first, so you know.
Yeah, that's prioritizing.
Yeah, I'm prioritizing, yeah.
You know, ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first. Elina agrees with that.
Yeah, I think it gets even worse.
Yeah, we can see some extremely wet spots on the between those two. There's like solid ground on the left and then an island on the right. So, not sure what you're seeing. I think you should be seeing that all right. So yeah, in between those two we can see there's already like wet spots. But how wet, we'll see. I don't think that side is any better. Oh yeah, you mean yes, no mobile tracks are on this. You might be seeing them on the screen too. I don't think it makes much of a difference, but yeah, it might be easy. I'm also curious how much the camera weaves or like goes from side to side when I'm kicking this thing, because I know that my chat phone is going quite crazy. Actually, I might tilt you a bit backwards because I'm leaning forwards when I'm doing this. So you might see better ahead. Mayhaps. But yeah, this is some exercise for sure. Because I can already feel it in my legs. And we've gone like maybe 200, 300 meters. So hardly anywhere. But I'm actually curious because I'm not seeing anyone else doing anything on the ice. So should we be worried? Because I think in the previous weeks we've seen others doing some ice activities as well, so maybe we shouldn't be here. But I know the ice is thick enough, so that's no issue. But yeah. If Citronella is in the chat, can you tell me, can you hear the wind? Or is it still not picking up. I'm not hearing what Elina is saying. What did you say?
I have way too much on.
Too much clothing or?
Clothing, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting hot. And I'm also already panting, so you can see my goal of not panting was failed. But there's a goal of keeping the gear dry, so hopefully we're not failing that. But we'll see.
Nice.
The camera is wonky, it seems. I'm curious what makes it so wonky. Like,
I don't know.
as the harness should be. Is it better? It looks wonky to me now. Okay.
I think it is.
Where in Finland do you currently live? That's a good question. I don't live here. This is my parents' place where I'm currently at. But my parents are in Lapland. And this is like an ocean, so you should know the Perämerialue or Merilappi. But I don't live here myself. If that helps. I'm in Pohjois-Pohjanmaa alue myself. So a bit south from Lapland. But yeah, currently we're in Lapland, although like a southern part of Lapland. Because I know in like southern Finland there's already no snow, so they've lost all of it. Yeah, you can see the cracks on the ice. That's natural though, so nothing to worry about there. Because you know, ice likes to crack. But yeah, obviously I'm not gonna like throw in addresses, but yeah, we're in Merilappi area right now. How are you, Kolmikko? Where are you from? Do you have any snow? But there's less water on the ice than I had like feared. Because it has been raining quite heavily for 2 days now. And I mean raining, not snowing. So I was expecting worse. So I will just tell Elina where to navigate. So you can see that island there. Not the one on the right, but the one on the left. Yeah, that. Yeah, basically the middle one. So that's where we should be heading.
Okay.
I think that's the one. So it's still quite far off. What?
Isn't that close?
Yeah, you can see. I think you should be able to see it here.
Or is it after it?
It could be after it, but I don't think there's any. I could be wrong. We'll see when we get closer to it. But I think you should be able to see it after you come around here.
Because I feel like when we were on a boat, it seemed like to be, you know.
Yeah, behind it
further.
somewhere. Yeah, when on a boat it felt like it's further. So it could be that it's behind it. But if it's, then I don't know what island that is. So guess we'll find out.
Is it Tini's island?
Yeah, it might be my brother's island.
Okay, so.
Oh, I think I know which Kolmikko is my. I have a Kolmikko in my chat, and I think I know which Mikko this one is.
Oh,
It's going great. Thanks for popping in. How are you though? I've only seen like your Instagram stuff, what you've been up to. From what I understood, you're working and it's all going good. But yes, I think I will just like private message you the direct coordinates when we need the helicopter. No, just kidding. So here you can actually see this is like a major place for snowmobiles and I think even cars. I'm not seeing any tire marks right now, but I think there's like cars going through here as well. Not recently, I assume, but you know, there's usually they snowplow this area well so that they can do it with cars as well. So they just, you know, travel through here. So yeah, there's some, I wouldn't say tourist locations, but there are some places you can grill sausages and stuff, and those kind of places nearby. So mainly I think going to those. I think for a foreigner seeing us go through this like watery ice could make it look like we're doing something dangerous, but the ice should be around 50 centimeters thick, so it can easily hold like a car and stuff, so we should be good. I'm good. That sounds perfect. Yeah, we're hoping to start construction this end of April or beginning of May. So for us, that's the next big thing. But otherwise, I think everything has so far been good.
I think there is like a small island.
Yeah, there's a small island in front of the yeah. So it's the one behind it. Yeah. Is where we're going. But still, I'm curious as I'm not seeing anyone else here on the ice.
I saw someone.
Okay, Elina saw someone.
Oh dear.
So maybe we're not the only ones.
I don't know what they were on because it looked like quite weird.
Okay, so they were some
I'm not sure if
on a
it
weird
was
contraption.
A snowmobile.
Okay, yeah, so it might be a snowmobile or something.
Or, you know,
something similar. Yeah, hydrocopter or something. Yeah, I think I will need to do a blow my nose break here, if I can mute the microphone. Okay, we should be back. I think I need to put on sunglasses.
Mighty dark-looking cloud.
We got some dark-looking clouds behind us, so hopefully it won't be raining when we come back. But you know, you never know. But yeah, I guess I'll put on sunglasses as well because the sun is peeking there a bit. So, oh, I lost my scarf. I think is what it's called. But yeah, I think she'll take it. I was hoping to keep it in case, you know, Elina falls into the ice. I could pull her out with it, but I'm hoping there won't be a need for that. Oh yeah, you remember my VR setup. Yeah, this one, it was mostly like, luckily it was pretty much plug in and it worked. Like, there wasn't much I needed to do with this setup. Of course, it's still like googling stuff and, you know, picking what to use. But it was made really easy. But then again, so was the VR stuff back then. So I guess it's only just, you know, putting some time into it and doing some research. But yeah, I'm also like, it's the quality of the camera is really good, especially compared to how like compact this setup is. Like, it's just like a small bag that I have everything in. So yeah, everything so far has been working really good. So we're hoping to use this setup to document the construction process when we start building. So now we're basically just testing what it can and cannot do. For example, we had a stream, I think it was Monday, where we were testing how well does it work in like low light environments, and it basically doesn't. So that was a good thing to know. So when we actually stream the construction, that we need to have like enough light. Then again, we'll be doing that in the summertime. So you know, in like Oulu area, there should be enough light all around basically throughout the night. So I don't think light is that much of an issue. But yeah, now I can see there's some like bigger puddles ahead of us. So I think Elina's there contemplating where do we cross those from. Yeah, I think either from the left or the right. I think the left one looks better.
Yeah.
What do you say, chat? Can you actually see the water in the chat? Because there's like still water there on top of the ice. There's some there as well, but between those two places it looks better. There's also like snowmobile tracks going directly there. So I think we should go that way.
Yeah.
But again, we're in no rush, so we can take in the moment a bit. You can actually see the sun is peeking there from beneath the clouds. I think Citronelli said earlier. Oh, sorry, yeah, I don't think I have. They're in the description. So if you like check from the Twitch profile, I have the specs there. Yeah, below the stream basically. Yeah. What Citronelli said. So it's a Bella box. So it's working on I think it's called Raksa Rock 5A. It's like this. It's basically what you have like Raspberry Pi type of machines, but they're like more advanced nowadays. So it's this Raksa, like a company that made them. In there's this Bella box software, and I think many of the IRL streamers use that. But yeah, you can find it. The camera is the DJI Osmo Action 4, and that's said to be the best one for this Bella box. There's already the fifth or the new DJI Action 5, but there are apparently some like issues with the encoder when used with the Bella box. Other than that, I don't think it like works any like worse than the fourth one. Just in this particular setup, it's not as good. But yeah, you can find all that stuff. Basically, it goes so that from this DJI, what you're seeing through, it goes to the Bella box, and then from the Bella box, there's this service the Bella box provides. You have to pay for like $10 USD a month, that you get it through their cloud, and then it goes to your PC. So I have another PC setup where the image then goes onto. So that's all the setup really requires, is you have a PC or somewhere like 24/7 on, or whenever you need to stream it's on. And then you just get the image from the Bella box into that PC, and of course from the PC you can then, just like OBS, you have all those like layouts and stuff you want to use. So basically it's like normal streaming from the OBS side onwards. But yeah, so far it has been a foolproof setup, so really happy with it. And not that expensive either, because you can like get those pre-made like IRL backpacks and stuff. You know, there are companies that sell you like the whole package. So those are like $2,000 or similar price in euros. So it's a lot cheaper if you just get the Bella box computer yourself and just get a camera for it. Here we have some open water. I guess it's good we have these rubber boots, because I think here we would have wet our shoes if we had any normal ones. Yeah, it's not looking like there's many roads that can go through. I think we could just brace and go through there, a bit like that side. So here I think there might be a route, because it's, even though there's like water on the ice, it's not that deep. At least so far it hasn't been. So if it's like 20 centimeters or something, it doesn't really matter, because we have these boots on. But yeah, the Bella box setup is really affordable in my opinion. Of course it depends on like what you consider affordable, but compared to those like pre-made $2,000 setups, it's a lot cheaper. But then again, you have to do some like installations and, you know, so there's some work involved. But I felt like it was also like a nice experience to do those yourself, so you know what you're dealing with. Because if you have this like a pre-made setup which costs like 2,000 and something goes wrong with it, where do you start troubleshooting if you have no knowledge on how it was made? So in you know that logic, it would be better to make it yourself, or at least like get an understanding what has been made. Yeah, it's really windy here, but then again it's always windy when we stream, so I guess we could say it was assumed. I think these wet spots looked a lot worse than they actually are. Because I think that if you look back at them and you're like, oh my god, there's so much water on the ice. But it's not that bad, because the ice is still quite thick. So it's just like some like 10-20 centimeters. But if we didn't have these boots on, so these rubber boots, we'd be in a miserable position right now.
Yeah.
Because our like shoes would have soaked up immediately. I don't think there would have been a route where you could have avoided that.
No.
So yeah, this is an island. My brother, when we were little, he said he'll get this island and build a cabin on it. So that's what it's been named after, my brother. I don't think it might not even have an actual name because it's so small, and it's like small that you can. It's like small enough that there's nowhere you would be allowed to build anything on it, because there's like a minimum size an island needs to be before you can like apply for building permits and stuff. So it's definitely too small, and I think it's also like when like fall storms come, it like wipes through the whole island. So even if you were allowed to build on it, you would need to like build something like a stick and then build on top of that stick, because there's no way you would be building it on top of the island directly if you wanted it to keep dry, that is, because it's not like inland enough. It doesn't have that much space to have it high up enough. There's like maybe 2 trees. We actually were laughing when we were younger that my brother would just make like a tree house on like either of those 2 trees they are now. I think they might have even been smaller. I would assume they have been like a lot smaller back then too, so on top of those trees. But yeah, I think we're like maybe halfway. I would assume maybe a bit further than halfway. There's like this small sand front still before the actual island.
Yeah.
So it's still like behind. I don't think it matters. Like we could even maybe go through it, maybe on the right side. On that like snowbank or sandbank, I guess. So that's.
That looks very...
Yeah, that looks very wet. So right on the left side it looks wetter than on the right.
Yeah.
So maybe the right side.
It's hard work.
Yeah, it is really hard. You can